Honey, it seems like Tyla just cannot catch a break right now, and what happened in Brazil last night has everyone shook to their core. The drama, the controversy, the whole mess that's been following this girl around, and now this. Look at what I found.
Caralho, eu sou carregada.
So you know her little EP, We Wanna Party? When I tell you it barely made a splash in the US, I'm not even playing. We're talking 3,700 units in the first week, honey. But here's where it gets messy. She's been hitting the international circuit hard, trying to build that global fan base, and Brazil was supposed to be one of her big moments. But instead of celebrating, she ended up being carried out by security after collapsing on stage. One user wrote, "Breaking Tyla fainted in Brazil last night at her concert. Security had to drag her into the car for medical attention." Some fans said she was trying to hit Aerostar's vocal range, while some said she fainted while attempting Anitta's dance moves. Now I don't know about all that, but everyone is entitled to their own opinions, I guess. And speaking of that colored mess, let's rewind because this Brazil incident is just the latest in a string of controversies. When Tyla first blew up, she had the world in her palm with water, but then came all the identity drama. In South Africa, colored is a real formal racial classification, and for many, it's a proud cultural identity born from that messy history of colonialism and apartheid. But here in the US, honey, that word colored hits different because of our own brutal history. The thing is, Tyla was trying to represent her authentic South African experience, but American social media dragged her for trying to distance herself from blackness while still profiting from it. Her braids, her beat, her whole aesthetic. People were suspicious, and her South African fans tried to defend her. But honey, perception is everything, and when you're performing internationally, you got to navigate those cultural waters carefully. Then came that infamous Breakfast Club interview where Charlemagne asked her to explain the whole colored situation. And what did Tyla do? She sat there with her mouth shut. The incident went viral, and she later tried to clean it up on social media, but damage was done. She said she didn't want to be identified as colored by people who didn't feel comfortable with it, but for many Americans, that felt like she was trying to have it both ways. During her Brazil performance, she even said, "Too many people lying on my name," clearly feeling the pressure from all the ongoing drama. At the 2024 MTV VMA show, she wins Best Afrobeat Song for Water. But instead of celebrating, she gets on stage and asks Lil Nas X to hold her award for her like she don't want it. People wanted to know why she thought she was owed People's Choice Award when the arts community was saying she was acting like the trophy was beneath her, physically and metaphorically. She hopped on X and wrote, "Y'all make everything weird," but nobody was letting it go. Just hours before the Brazil show, she posted this video looking ready and excited for the performance. Nobody could have predicted what would happen next. Then, in September 2024, she hits the stage with Usher, dancing to Water, and you know Usher gets smooth and close, but Tyla just pivots and moves away. Subtle body language, but the internet caught it, and they called her disrespectful. She said she didn't understand the assignment. Dancing with Usher is a blessing, and she acted like it was a chore. Now, honey, all this mess has been building up to what we're seeing now. Pressure, the constant scrutiny, the industry politics, and it seems like it all came crashing down in Brazil. But here's where it gets truly dark and disturbing. There are whispers that Tyla's rise wasn't as organic as it seemed. Some industry insiders are saying she was strategically placed, with powerful people pulling strings behind her success. Her debut album sold only 24,000 copies in its first week, but yet the powers that be thought it was a good idea for her to go on tour. The European leg was supposedly sold out, but her team can keep forcing collaborations and pushing her as the next big thing. But after what happened in Brazil, the fainting, being carried out, the rumors about her being overwhelmed, it's looking like the pressure finally got to her. Some fans are saying she was trying to hit impossible vocal ranges. Others think she was pushing herself too hard with the choreography. The timing couldn't be worse. At the end of the day, audiences can spot manufacture hype from a mile away. The novelty has worn off, and what's left is an artist still trying to figure out who she is beyond viral moments and aesthetic-heavy branding. While international fans may still be rooting for her, the US market doesn't have the patience for surface-level artistry, especially not in an industry already saturated with more refined performers. And now there's even more controversy brewing. One user wrote, "Is it not clocking to you that Roc Nation signed Air star Tyla Wannabe and all of a sudden Tyla's music is not selling? Backlash, etc." The industry politics are getting messy, and with Tyla's health scare in Brazil, it raises serious questions about the pressure these young artists are under. Is she really an industry plant being used in some dark agenda, or is this just another celebrity career gone left, and everyone's trying to fill in the blanks with conspiracy theories? Tell me. Because this tea is scalding hot and I need to know what you think. Can Tyla recover from this Brazil incident and all the surrounding drama, or is this the beginning of the end for her meteoric rise? Y'all, this whole situation is wild, and something tells me we're going to be getting even more updates soon. What's your take on all this? Do you think she's really an industry plant or just caught up in the chaos? Curring. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next video.